They are totally crazy. When I arrived at the airport was blocked. We were with Fener second, and I was fired immediately. That's it. Ali Koç is one of my best friends, and I know what he did for Fenerbahçe. A lot of other Başkans would have quit, but he stays with Fenerbahçe. He cares for Fenerbahçe, and I pray to Allah that he will become champion.
One derby against Galatasaray, and the Fatih Terim just went out and say, "Hi, Daum, how are you? Everything's okay? You need something? You just look in and say 3 points." Herkes hoş geldin Maçkolink kanalına. Bugün bizim misafire çok önemli bir hocanla Christoph Daum olacak. Thank you for accepting the interview.
It's my pleasure to be with you. Yes, I will never forget what you did for Fenerbahçe and also for me, because you brought the championship with your goals, and then I became a champion. It's because of you.
No, thank you for you, because I learned a lot from you. That's like not like a player, but like a character. You give me much things.
No, you have it inside.
Thank you.
I just had to help you to bring it outside. You are outstanding character. You have everything.
Thank you so much. And of course, you are here in Turkey, and everyone loving you here. You work in 3 teams. I get a cup, everything. But let's jump in the past.
Yes.
Specifically in 1973, we start like a coach.
Yes.
How did it begin?
At the beginning it was fantastic, because it makes you much more happy to work with the kids. There's no money involved, there's no championships, no TV. They are playing for enjoyment. They enjoy it to play football, and that was, if you ask me, the best time. Then I changed to the senior, to the professional department. Then money comes in, and the media, and then it became much more tough. The best time was when I was working with the kids.
The kids.
It was outstanding, yes.
But that time, you have some inspiration, that coach or some idol, say, okay, I want to be like this coach?
I was mostly influenced by the Dutch football. And my role model, my example was Rinus Michels. Yes, it's called Football Total, and he was always the master of Johan Cruyff. He established La Masia in Barcelona, and the whole, let me say, way Barcelona is playing, the basic is Rinus Michels, and I'm a little bit similar to his football, and it brought a lot of success, because I was one of the first coaches in Germany in the late 80s, early 90s, who played with 4 on a row without libero. Everybody played with libero. When I came to Turkey, they played with libero. It was for me impossible to play at this time with 4 on a line. That I could do it later with Fenerbahçe, when I had Fabio Luciano, and then players were used to it. Brazil was used to it, but Germany not. And it was a great, outstanding time. Yes.
When you first arrived in Turkey, it's around 93, 94 in the Beşiktaş. What your first impression about the football here?
They are totally crazy. When I arrived at the airport was blocked. The police came to me and said to me, "Please leave the airport, because we have to stop our flight plan. We have to cancel flights. Flights will be delayed." There were 7,000 people. They welcomed me. It was, for me, it was a completely different world. I couldn't walk through Istanbul. Everybody just was carrying me. It was a welcome outstanding.
Nah, this time this is good from Turkey
Yeah,
people.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
the hot welcome.
Yeah.
This is very. What do you think is changed in the past 30 years? Because it's 93 for now, it's almost 30 years, and the football inside.
Yeah.
You think it's improved? So I'm thinking that.
Yeah, the infrastructure improved.
yeah,
That's the most thing. Unfortunately, I'm not so happy with the improvement of the youth development.
Yeah.
Because if you ask me, I was 40, 50 times in Brazil, where I saw players like you and Alex and others, top world-class players. I think in Turkey we have similar circumstances to build also here big talented players like Brazil. But unfortunately, the youth department has not this top-class organization, and that is what I'm missing a little bit here. And second is that we see it that the national team, they are taking more and more players from Europe, not from Turkey. So we have to think about how we can increase the potential in Turkish professional football. And again, I think the basic is the youth. Bring good youth players to the seniors, and then you will have the same result as you have it with players now from Europe. We have to work more on independence here.
Because it's just one culture and more than 80 million people, and the people love it football. The young also. I think this time need to look in more and care more about this young to bring building new players.
But unfortunately, a lot of clubs they prefer 28 but physical, athletic, very strong player from Africa than to choose maybe the smaller Turkish one.
But good,
but we have to work on it in to build these young players from the body, from the athletic side, that they are strong.
And this year in the May, you made some interview. You talked something like that. The football, the Turkish football, have some problems and some tense situation. You still think the same?
Yes. The problem that was because of the national team. In the national team, you have always 3 groups. One group born in Turkey, grow up in Turkey, play in Turkey. Second group is born in Germany, but coming with 2021 to Turkey. They are somewhere in between. And then the third group, in Europe born, Europe stayed playing Europe, have no big connection to Turkey. And I think it's very important for the head coach, I told it to Stefan Kunz, to connect these 3 groups to become one, to have one team spirit, not 2, 3 team spirit. And I think that is now it looks.
You think this is the point that Stefan Kunz not get a successful national team? 1
point, yes. There are several points. The most important is always the result.
In Turkey, especially here, of course. You know that.
Even if you play good, if you don't take the 3 points, you're out. You know it. After last match, you have 83 points. What's normally in Europe, you are champion. But with 83 points, we were with Fener second, and I was fired immediately. That's it.
And me too. I love it. You've been following the Turkish league for more than 30 years, a long time. What do you think about the Super League this year? Because you're working here in Fenerbahçe, Beşiktaş, and Bursa. What do you think about this year?
Watching sometimes the derbies. For example, last year I saw the derby Beşiktaş Galatasaray, where Beşiktaş won 3-1. Excellent match on a very high level. This year I saw the derby where Galatasaray 2-1 against Beşiktaş. But the level was
down.
It went down. I do not know. Okay, we are now more or less at the beginning of the season, but I don't see this improvement. I don't know the reason. I'm not so close, but I can only speak about what I'm seeing
from television.
And they are missing.
And Fenerbahçe started good this season. What do you think about it?
Outstanding. Ali Koç is one of my best friends, and I know what he did for Fenerbahçe. He was so often attacked, but he went on with Fenerbahçe. I think a lot of other Başkans would have quit, but he stays with Fenerbahçe. He cares for Fenerbahçe, and I pray to Allah that he will become champion. He deserves it.
Yeah, you work hard there to be a champion. And the Beşiktaş situation, you follow him, but Beşiktaş this year is not a start for a while.
No, it's a little bit difficult. Okay, Şenol Güneş saw that there's no big development, so he stepped back, and now they are facing a lot of difficulties. Okay, Beşiktaş always, at the end of the day, they find
it's normal from Beşiktaş.
Always, if you think they are dead, they are out, then there is a rebirth, unbelievable. So I think that at the end of the season they will end up for European place, but they have to organize a lot of things new.
Bursa, you're working there in Bursaspor. This is a Turkey. Yes, terrible. Look at the situation. What do you think about that? This comes from the people who working there, the president or administration. That is administration the problem, you think? But in Bursa, I have a lot of clubs in Turkey. It's a big club.
I think the problem starting with supporters, with the Texas group, not with the board, not with the administration. This Texas group has an unbelievable influence on all the decisions of the club, and that's not good. They must be more divided. We need the fans, we need the support of the fans, and I don't want to give now all my blame to the fans. No, but we have to really say, look, fans are around, they have to assist the team, but they don't have to interfere the decisions of the board, of the administration. But there we had a lot of persons who invest a lot in the club, but they made wrong investment. They need a good advisor, and they have a good training camp, they have a good news. Bursa is a very rich area. For me, they must become again a first division club.
This is, for example, in Turkey, a lot of clubs just working like people, business people. Not one from football, coming ex-player, for example. In Germany, we see a lot of ex-player, the coach working like a director sportive, working the club. Bayern Munich is one example. You think this is we can improve? Turkey can improve about this because businessman, you know, is different.
We have to find a combination because Turkey will always have a rich person as a president. Okay, but this president should work together with the vice president, with the Başkan, who is a football expert. This combination is very important because in Turkey we need this investment from outside. You know the problems from the money from TV and from Taraftarlar, the money. So you need always an investor who puts money in the club. But it's not the problem just to put money in the club. Like Fenerbahçe did it. If you see what Ali Koç invested, unbelievable. You have to make the right decisions. And therefore you need really good experts for Turkish market, for senior youth, then for Yabancı, for maybe Europe, Brazil, or whatever,
South America,
or, Africa, where you have players from foreign players. Also, have a look at the under 21, under 80 from this country, because they have very high talented players which you can afford. We are facing now in Turkey also a financial crisis, so let us have more look at the under 21. But this will be difficult to convince the Başkan, the Başkan. They just look at the table. if they are on top, the coach is good. Not on top, the coach is bad. But that's not correct.
Yeah. We before talk about the derby. Have a video. It's a fun video. One derby against Galatasaray, and the Fatih Terim just went out and say, "Hi, Daum, how are you? Everything's okay. You need something? You just look and say 3 points."
That's it. Gala is a derby.
That's a fun game, but it's good.
It's not the question who at this day has a better team. It was also most important who make the best result.
Yes, yeah.
And even we had a good team. Sometimes I said I don't care for paying attractive or whatever to entertain. I said the biggest entertainment is a result. We have to take the 3 points. Therefore, we are on the field. And I had fantastic players who played with a very high discipline for the team, not for the Taraftarlar. And therefore, especially against Galatasaray, I could make good results in the derbies.
Let's go to 1,000. We have a game.
Yes.
And after we can continue.
Okay, thanks.
Continue with our time in the Fenerbahçe.
We continue.
Okay. Let's go to talk about your time in Fenerbahçe.
Yes.
This is a good time for me. I'm learning much from you, especially 2003, 2004. When we were there in the Fenerbahçe, we are behind 11 points. We expect that reaction from us being in champion.
Yeah, because we always believed in our strengths, but we didn't know how Beşiktaş will react. But after this unbelievable match against Samsunspor.
That's a lot of cards. It's a crazy game.
4 red cards. Everything changed, and we were in a flow because we believed in our chance, and we used this chance. And then Beşiktaş had no chance to come back.
And I remember that time. After one game, I think the first game or the second game, you told, guys, listen, let's go game by game. Let's go to the other side. Just think about us. And this is good that we start to win. Fenerbahçe or Beşiktaş drop, lose, and
that's it.
It's an amazing season. And after 2004, 2005, Alex arrived.
No, but first the first championship was because you arrived in winter time. Thank you. We had a good team, but our outstanding player was Pierre van Hooijdonk. But he couldn't solve it by himself. He needs somebody like you at his side, because Tundra at this time was not ready for scoring like you, and you made the difference. You helped a lot. Pierre van Hooijdonk, that he has a little bit more space, because before everybody could only concentrate on Pierre. And then now suddenly there was Marcio in, and if you ask me, beside Pierre van Hooijdonk, you made the difference, and you brought the championship to us.
For me, it's very important, because when my first training, the group give me the good, the welcome and the warm welcome. And of course, for me, adaptation is more easy because Fábio Luciano is there, Marco is there, and Pierre also, because Pierre at that time speaking a little bit Portuguese. For me, this is good. And the other Turkish players also, Tuncay is nice. It's a good group. It's a good group that time. And after 2004 and 5, Alex arrived. After Alex arrived, the first 3 games, not everybody talking. Not good things about Alex. When did you realize you had to change Alex's position? Because after when you change a little bit Alex's position, after everybody know about it.
I know him from Belo Horizonte, where he really played sometimes like a second striker. And I was more thinking about midfield player. And from my point of view, he performed well, but when I brought him in this position, then he became an excellent, outstanding player, and he is one of the, for me, greatest foreign players Turkey ever have seen.
Yeah. It's for me, and I play with him in the Cruzeiro, and after here, it's just a nice place, unbelievable player. And of Pierre van Hooijdonk and Anelka. In your book, you talk something about Pierre.
Yeah, I followed the way of Pierre, and it's very strange that he never won a championship.
Yeah.
The first championship he won with Fenerbahçe. Before he won the UEFA Cup with Feyenoord,
but
never the championship in a country. Not in he played in England, he played in Portugal. With Fener, he became champion. But
you can imagine that Pierre, 35, 36 years old.
Yes.
The first league, the first championship.
But I know that Pierre, the second year, he fell a little bit down. We could see it. He didn't join the pre-season.
I remember.
Then he started with his own treatment in Netherlands.
Yeah.
And then I said we have to bring a new player in, and that was Nick Anelka. Nicolas was, I think, from his potential, one of the best players I have ever worked together. But from his mind, from his head, he was not ready for Turkish league.
Yeah.
Okay, he liked to play the Champions League games, the international or the derby games.
Yeah.
But to play in Malatya or in Gaziantep, he said, no, leave me at home. I don't want to.
You must take extra motivation to play in that.
Right, that was Anelka. He could never really adapt to the Turkish league.
Yeah, for me, if some people ask me, I say, listen, I play with him 1 year and a half. 5 games, he just before the game say, give him the ball. Today I want to play. But the other games, and they so relaxed.
Yes, totally right.
The body is here, but the head is
right
away.
You are completely right.
And I remember one day in December, I think, I get injured. I go to hospital and back to the club, and after doc said, Nobre, you will stay 4 weeks outside. It lasts 2 games, and after I went to your room, say, coach, can you give permission to fly to Brazil because last 2 game I cannot play this game, and you say no, and I say why? You say if I give to you permission today, tomorrow Anelka is here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this, but it's unbelievable player. It's this one potential. It's very.
I have a big respect to Nick Anelka, and I did everything to bring him back in the French national team. Then, because he was out, he was not anymore nominated for the French national team. And then I always explained to France Football, that was the biggest paper there in France, how important Niklas Anelka is, how he improved, how he is a team player and so on. And then he was again invited for the French national team.
Denizli, the last game.
This is football. Sometimes
you cannot explain, I think.
No, normally you should stop this game.
Yeah.
I went to the referee and said, look, here it's full of mud, it's full of foam. You cannot really pass in the penalty area. But he said to me, look, I cannot decide it as a referee, Hakem. It's under the control of the Turkish Football Federation.
Yeah.
They are on the tribune, you have to speak with them. And they denied, I spoke also with them, no, it must go on. But even under these difficult circumstances, we had good chances. I remember, I see today...
that position, up position, I think, up position.
I will never forget it.
But if for me, some people ask me, I say, listen, we lost not there.
No.
I think Manisa game.
I think that's it.
I don't know if you agree or not.
No, we didn't lose the match there because we were really aggressive, dominating, offensive. We had chances normally for 2 or 3 games, but it was all, here we can say unlucky, but In Manisa, we played much
down.
below
Yeah.
our potential. That's right.
For you, who is the best player we work with? The best.
That you have to say which position. Yeah, is a goalkeeper.
Okay, then give the five names. Five is okay, because one I know is hard because you work in 30 years.
Yes.
In 30 years you can say, oh, one
Yeah.
is so hard. Okay, first 11.
No, I have to make the first 50. Sometimes I had 5 players from the Brazilian national team.
yeah, I know that.
I had Lucio,
Oh my God, Lucio.
Juan.
Oh,
I had, I don't know, this time, who was also in the national team. 5 players, and it was with Vanderlei Luxemburgo. It was unbelievable.
Yes, yeah.
And so,
it's hard to take one.
if you ask me, the first outstanding player I worked together when I started at Cologne was, you will not remember, was Morten Olsen. Morten Olsen was much older than me, a player from Denmark. Long time he was national coach of Denmark. I learned so much from him. He was my player. I was his coach, but I learned from him. Outstanding player. He played normally in defense, but I brought him to midfield because he was the brain of our team. Then we had there players like Pierre Littbarski, Thomas Hessler, Bodo Ilkner, young players.
Yeah.
Even I brought with 15 years to Cologne. They became world champion in 1990 in Italy. My players, and we had 4 players this time with the national team. Then I came to Beşiktaş. In Beşiktaş, I was working together with a player at this time, for me maybe one of the best players in the world, Sergen Yalçın.
Yeah. Everyone talk about this, but
you cannot imagine.
I cannot,
this time, Baggio from Juve was a top world-class player, but Sergen had the same potential. But Sergen was much more interested in casinos, in bettings, horses, and so on. And he could become maybe a top star like Cristiano Ronaldo or like Messi, but he was much more interested in the short success, in the short income, and then in gambling. That was a fantastic guy. I like Sergen very much, but he couldn't use his whole potential. But
he's a good player.
Fantastic character, good guy. Yes. Then, okay, in Beşiktaş I also had players like Rıza. Rıza was this time, you cannot imagine, I said to the German media always, like Franz Beckenbauer. He's a super character, a leader, a captain, where a coach can be very happy to have such a player in your team. Or Mehmet Şifo.
Şifo.
Yeah, his name Şifo. He was dominating beside Sergen. That was not so easy, but Sergen sometimes doesn't play so often. So Mehmet always plays. So Mehmet was outstanding player. But I can tell you other names like Alpay. I brought him from the youth to the national team, and Gökhan and Feyyaz and Büyük Ali.
This is so hard in 30 years, more than 30 years.
Then if you look at Fenerbahçe, for me one of the best foreign players that I mentioned before is Alex de Souza. He has more football feeling in 1 feet than the whole team together with 20 feet. He made unexpected things that you cannot learn. Yes, something he has something genetic in his body, unbelievable, and always a team player. When he could score and saw other player in a better position, he always gives a pass. It was a player who said, it's good to score 1 goal, but it's much better to make an assist for 2. That was Alex. They were always thinking about the success of the team. Outstanding. okay, then I had players like Pablo Luciano or like you, Mehmet Aurelio. Also, Roberto Carlos was a fantastic guy. Okay, Roberto likes to live, or how I can say. He wants to have a private life.
It's different.
Training and match, he was 100%.
100%.
Yes. Okay, outside his private life was a little bit different.
It's hard to control, like you have a control.
I don't want to control, because Roberto was always 100%, always pushing the team, and great, excellent player. I can mention a lot of other names. I can make a name dropping from Michael Ballack, from Matthias Sammer, that are all top world-class players. I was really in a fantastic situation that I was so lucky to work with you or with other top players. And even if someone will say you cannot say Marcio is a top player, they don't understand how your character is and how you brought a team spirit in the team that helped us a lot.
You work in 2 times in Fenerbahçe, 2 times in Beşiktaş.
Yes.
That's different times. Which team you choose? You say, okay, Beşiktaş 93 to 96 or Beşiktaş 2000 2002? One. The first.
Look, it's something.
It's
like,
a lot. Of course, it's different team and players.
It's different. It's like the first love.
Yeah.
You have the first girlfriend, first kiss, and first so on. Must not mention everything. You will never forget. That's the first time.
And the Fenerbahçe also 2003, 2007.
And then with Fenerbahçe, to wake up this giant, sleeping giant, that was something extra. We reanimated Beşiktaş Fenerbahçe, because before they had they spent a lot of money, and we made with small money a championship team. Okay, then we invested also more money, but at the beginning with small money and with a very good teamwork and team spirit, we built a new Fenerbahçe. Yes.
The last one, and achieve a dream.
So many things. For example, to bring a World Cup to Turkey, that would give a push to this country, unbelievable. Germany has done it, as we've seen it several times. Or if we say, okay, let's go to Brazil. Okay, Brazil won several times the World Cup. But for example, to win a World Cup with Turkey. That would be something outstanding. It had never happened before, and okay, that would be a dream which we should bring alive.
Thank you so much.
No,
thank you so much for everything, for the interview, for learning much thing from you. Thank you so much.
I learned also from my players, and I always said, let's make out of Marcio a winner, and you as a coach will always become a winner. And that is what I could never achieve all this success without players like you, with the staff around, and with the supporters, with the support of the Taraftarlar. They all have a certain percentage on what I am right now. Without them, I could never have this success, and therefore I can only say to you and to others, thanks a lot.
And also thank you so much for Match Calling, for participating. This is from Match Calling. This is Christoph Daum. He takes some time to this interview. Thank you so much. Thank you, family of Match Calling.
Yes, it was a pleasure. Thanks.